What causes sciatica? Well, the most common cause is a herniated or slipped disc, and it's when a disc moves out of place and puts pressure on the sciatic nerve and the nerve root. This is what causes your sharp shooting pain that travels down one or both of your legs. So what does this mean? It means if we can solve the disc issue, we can solve the sciatica issue and relieve the pain. Now imagine that every single day when we sit for prolonged periods, the deep muscles surrounding our lower back weaken and, over time, become inactive. Now, all the pressure that should be handled by your muscles is handled by the spinal discs. The discs that are located in the lower back take most of the pressure. And you see that gap between the discs and the nerves? That's what a healthy back looks like. But many of us, through no fault of our own, don't have that space. Instead, the discs are pushed onto the nerves, and the nerve that gets pinched most of the time is the sciatic nerve. This is what's causing you that red hot fire to go through your entire back and even travel down the legs and buttocks. We call that a pinched nerve, and it's the root cause of lower back pain, hip pain, thigh pain, calf pain, and even foot pain. If that sounds confusing, I'm sorry, but don't worry. Here's the secret not many people know about, but everyone should know. Sciatica is caused by the spinal disc touching the sciatic nerve, and the more pressure the disc puts on the nerve, the worse the pain gets. But that's only half the answer. You see, because doctors are only given a measly 7 hours of training on pain management in medical school, we don't know much about sciatica when we graduate. So since 2013, we've been researching everything there is to know about sciatica. We've dedicated our careers focusing on how to fix sciatica and how it makes you literally a prisoner of your own body. What we found was shocking. And the crazy part? No one is talking about it. That's because too many people are profiting from your pain to ever tell you the truth. The pharmaceutical companies alone make hundreds of millions of dollars every year selling pills to people suffering from sciatica. Unfortunately, you're nothing but a paycheck to them. But one day we've come across something that can change lives forever, and it can change yours too. You see, there's something deep in the lower back called the iliacus muscle, and this tiny muscle is the #1 cause of sciatica and lower back pain. For such a small muscle, it causes a huge number of problems. Did you know that sitting puts more pressure on your spine than standing up? And this is when the iliacus muscle gets very tight. Odds are you're actually sitting and destroying your back right now. And the longer you stay seated, the tighter the iliacus muscle gets, especially if you're sitting slouched in an office chair. Now, if you're asking the logical next question, how do I release my tight iliacus muscle? Well, good job. You're asking the right questions. You see, what I'm sharing with you today took over a decade to learn and study everything about the iliacus muscle. But despite all these years spent studying the root cause of sciatica, there was no solution in sight. We were losing hope. We thought maybe there just isn't a solution. Maybe it's something you have to live with. But boy, was I wrong. Because one moment we came across a startup known as Dainly. They specialize in developing products that use the patented double compression zone technology. We read through some of the annotations they put up on their website about the technology, and let me tell you, after I finished reading those, we knew this was the answer. Excited, we immediately contacted their customer service, telling them to connect us with their founders, that we have an important notice to be discussed. An hour later, we were put on a phone call with the founders. We shared our background and credentials with them. After a bit of back and forth, they invited us to their headquarters. And soon after, the deal was sealed. They really needed a doctor that would add medical expertise to their scientific knowledge. And after 13 months, 26 prototypes, and 5 clinical trials later, we finally invented a solution that targets the true root cause of sciatica by mimicking the iliacus muscle while boosting the blood flow to the lower back area and decompressing the spine. It's called the Dainly Belt, and we just got it FDA approved at the end of 2022. The secret is the patented double compression zone technology. This mimics the iliacus muscle and provides stability to the spine even while sitting, relieving the pressure from the sciatic nerve and providing instant relief from pain. The Dainly Belt also applies targeted medical compression on the hip area, which promotes nutrient-rich blood to the massively overstrained iliacus muscle that was causing you the constant stabbing pain, making you feel anxious about your every next move. You see, when the iliacus muscle gets released, the sciatica pain is gone almost instantly. which boosts your energy levels significantly. So you can easily stand up and walk again, and who knows, maybe even jog and dance. And the best part, it's so simple to use. All you need to do is wear the belt for 2 hours every day over a period of 2 weeks to feel significant relief from sciatica pain. Now, what's more surprising is that this is not just a quick fix. 93% of users completely eliminated their sciatica in just 3 weeks, and now they don't even need to wear the belt. Now, I'd like you to imagine waking up in the morning and experiencing that feeling of nothing. Why? Because sciatica is best when it's gone. No flare-ups, no anxiety, no crutches, no limitations, just freedom. Allowing you to sleep well at night without any shooting pain that would keep you up. Knowing that when you wake up, there is no pain that would stop you from just jumping out of bed full of energy. Imagine finally regaining control over your life and body again. Doing all the things you loved with your loved ones. That feeling is priceless, and that's the kind of results we want you to experience. Now, check out some of these results. Here's Rick, who's been struggling with sciatica for years and was on the verge of undergoing expensive surgery.
My wife saw an ad for the Daily Belt, and she wanted to avoid my sciatica surgery at all costs. So, after doing a little bit of research and seeing all the positive reviews, we decided to give it a try. Now take it from me. This thing literally saved my life. After using it for just 1 week, I canceled my surgery and continue using this belt to this day. Thank you, Daily. This is exactly what I needed.
And here's Kristen, who loves spending time with her family, but couldn't enjoy it because of her sciatica.
Honestly, I was at rock bottom. My sciatica had gotten so bad that I had to stop doing all the things I love to do. I couldn't even stretch. I had problems getting into my car. I mean, I know I'm not 20 anymore, but I'm not 80 either. I used painkillers. They are great for short-term relief, but they're addictive and had a lot of negative side effects. I tried going to a chiropractor too, and that's great as well, but it's so expensive and I had to drive like an hour just to get to every appointment. I was desperate. I really needed help, and that's when I saw a Facebook ad for the Daily Belt. It promised a lot, and all the reviews seemed to confirm that it was indeed a great product. So I decided, well, what have I got to lose? So I gave it a chance. Well, let me just say, this thing is a miracle worker. It's been 2 weeks and my sciatica is now gone. Now I'm looking forward to the family hike that we've got planned for this weekend. You know, anyone out there with sciatica, if I can do this, you can do it too. So go ahead and get your life back.
You heard it. 93% of our customers experience significant improvements in as little as 14 days. Usually they start by buying one, but they almost always end up buying one more, and that's because of all the money they saved on prescription drugs, physical therapies, and expensive doctor visits. They just want this belt always at their arm's reach. And that's why we decided to launch a special offer where for the next 24 hours, every customer gets an exclusive 50% discount. You see, we want to spread the word about what results you can get with the Daily Belt. And the easiest way to do that is to offer the best possible price, to make sure everyone gets the chance to try it. But this offer is limited and it's only available via this link. So don't wait. Act now and get your life back. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Adam, what if it doesn't work for me? That's a good question. Listen, we're so confident that you're going to absolutely love the results from your Daily Belt that I'm offering you a 60-day results or full refund guarantee. That means if you don't get results, you get your money back. So if your excruciating pain isn't transformed into a feeling of bliss and relief, we don't want your money. Now, I want to take a moment to talk to you about what happens if you don't choose to act now. You see, as your iliacus muscle continues to be massively overloaded, your sciatica gets worse over time. If left untreated, this leads to disc herniation, making those symptoms irreversible. And in the extreme cases, this can lead to immobility and even paralysis, which binds you to crutches or even a wheelchair, leaving you feeling ashamed, humiliated, and dependent on others. So, click the button below now and get your Daily Belt today. Still there? I get it. Another gimmick, you say, right? Well, let me tell you this. One of the co-founders has a special connection with foreign manufacturers, so we're able to source the finest materials that are not available in the current market. That puts this belt as the #1 leading device to treat sciatica and lower back pain. but it comes with a cost. You see, these materials are very scarce, so the stock is not promised. We've made a limited run for this offer available only via this link, and it's selling out fast. So if you don't act now, you might regret it forever. And remember, sciatica is not your fault, but now it becomes your responsibility. Don't let the pain control your life any longer. You have nothing to lose. Click the link below and shop now.